Welcome to Onecraknews. It's your boy Karceno here, and let's take you back through the time warp again. New York City, welcome to New York City, yeah. New York, city of hope and dreams. A lot of people like New York, even though it's like a lot of them feel like they're packed in like a pack of sardines. But the reason why people like New York is because everybody mostly came there. Most of the immigrants. The boats brought them in through New York. The Irish arrived, the Dutch, the Italians come in on the boat. Everybody was coming in through New York. It became the melting pot for flavor. You got West Indians, you got Colombians, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans. You got Irish, you got almost every racial denomination there is right there. Right there. Got it all right there. And you know what? You see the schools, see the hospitals, see all the companies around there. Did you even took a time to even notice that blacks built it? Moses McKizzack, a former slave, in 1905, founded a family business making bricks. He learned that trade back in 1905. He started building homes, hospitals. He even built the Tuskegee Air Force Base where the black pilots trained in World War II. And now the business was taken over in 1968 by his son, William DeBerry McKizzack. And that was when the daughter started to learn how the business go. She would work with him every Saturday at 10 years old. That daughter would be on construction sites, tracing documents, learning about building systems early in her life. 10 years old. Now it's ingrained in all of the family from one generation to the next. In 1982, her father suffered a stroke. So the mother had to step in and manage and grow the business even more, despite having not trained in architecture at all. And some of the most remarkable projects came under her helm. $50 million complex at Howard University and a building for the National Civil Rights Museum in Memphis was by McKizzack and McKizzack. In 2000, McKizzack, a bachelor's and what's that, master's degree in civil engineering at Howard, took over the business. Daniel McKizzack. Cheryl McKizzack Daniel, rather. Sorry about that. Now, New York don't realize a lot of those old infrastructures mostly was built by Italians, Irish, and black. But they never mention that. They get omitted. The company is based in New York City, McKizzack and McKizzack. Right now, they revamped the Long Island Railroad Hub, which belongs to the Brooklyn Nets. They also the firm behind the new construction at LaGuardia Airport and the new Terminal 1 at JFK. Do you know this is the longest black owned female run construction company in the United States of America? Matter of fact, I think it's the only one that I know. They've been around since 1905, a construction company that is now ran by women. Yep. You see, what she did, the daughter, Cheryl, is now she's deciding to, point to privatizing, to hiring minorities for her company. 61% of her employees are minorities, 34% are women. She's developed a job training workforce program to those who couldn't hire anymore. If they couldn't hire you anymore, they put you in one of these workforce programs, which is very helpful for the people. So hopefully their story can inspire other women of color that the construction industry can be a wealth builder and it can build wealth. And it doesn't have to be particularly just for the men. So no matter what business that you're in, if your husband's involved in a business, you need to be involved in that business too. Because if he falls down, he breaks a leg, something happens where he can't go in there, you might have to step up. Now, if her mom didn't step up and handle business after the husband had the stroke, who knows where the company would have been? They could have probably folded. And see, this is something you pass on. So I told you this week, we're gonna be going back. You guys keep supporting the page. You guys hit the Cash App up. Donate to the Cash App. We're gonna keep hitting you guys with real information. This is what we do over here at Onecraknews because nobody's gonna give you this kind of news. You ain't gonna hear about this on the news. They act like it don't exist. Why? This is newsworthy. I would rather hear about this on BET, UPN, VH1 when they do the BET Awards. I would like to hear this. These are true success stories. Not to talk down to any of our other brothers and sisters' success and what they do, but these are real success stories that we need to try to push our young to. These are the type of values we want them to learn. Saving money, responsibility, goals. I've seen two different schools, meaning systems and how they teach. I've seen the school system that wasn't a thriving school system in the Chicago school district, the inner city. And even though the work was good, The work was top tier. The funding for the school, for the teachers and everything else was abandoned, and these kids were just like whatever. They were just passing kids off of basic just rhetoric. There was nothing going on. So you start seeing this over and over again. Eventually, you go like, wow, this is what they're teaching? Then I seen how it is on the other side of the line. When you cross that county line and you see how the schools are there, you got people getting college courses in sophomore, junior year, way more advanced. And they're teaching finance, things that they weren't teaching at other high schools. They were teaching them math, basic math. The most you would get is trig, maybe. No calculus, really. They didn't care. There, they were in trig plus, trig 3. Junior year, you were calculus out. You didn't see calculus till you were a senior, maybe in the inner city, maybe. And there was no business finance classes. If you had a business class, they talked about businesses and other companies, but that was about it. They didn't teach you how to really go out and plan from high school. Because when you go from high school to college, the transition is for you to get to college, and what they're doing is you're learning how to think. That is what college is for. You didn't know that, did you? College is to teach you how to think. High school, they're babying you. They're feeding you. They're telling you, come on time while you go through your puberty. At this time, you should have went through puberty already by 18. So now they're treating you as an adult. You have to learn how to think. No one's going to tell you to when they're not going to call you and say why you're not in class. They're not going to follow up with a truancy officer. If you don't want to come to class, fine. They're not going to ask you for a note from your mom. They're not going to ask for anything. You're going to have to learn how to think in the collegiate level. You're going to have to figure it out. And that's what college is for. It's taking off those training wheels and say, you've graduated. Now, let's see if you can graduate from this game. So you can take this and transfer it to the workforce. Because they're not going to treat you like that in the workforce. You're not special. You're not a superstar. You either own your own business or you're going to work for somebody. But you're not going to be special. So, like I always tell you guys, get in the game.